Hello and welcome back to another episode on the XenoCraft server. Are you enjoying this cool little intro? Cool, so that was the new intro, or a little bit of an attempt at a kind of a funny new intro. Basically, it was every episode up until this point that's been basically recorded. And I figured I'd kind of do this kind of sort of recap of episodes because I haven't done one in quite some time. And if you notice, we're at the top of the Nether at the moment because there has been a lot of progress made in the server while we haven't been making episodes. So my apologies for kind of not making an episode in a long time, but I'm going to kind of go through what has changed. So the first thing is the Nether Hub has been redone by XenoZium. It's right actually behind us, and I'm going to turn around in a second here and show you guys pretty much what it is. I think it's an amazing Nether Hub, and then we're going to continue on to the rest of the stuff that we have planned today. So are you ready? Here we go. Boom. Look at that thing. It's got these huge lava pillars in them, and he's got a beacon for every color of district in the area, and residential actually has been changed from orange to red now. And there's this nice little path on top, and a deadly drop down to the bottom with a lava lake. So we are going to kind of jump down here. I'm going to give you guys a quick little tour of the area, and then we'll proceed on here. Okay, so basically, this is sort of like a little hallway. There's plans to do a second floor, but not right now. You just kind of got the first floor done. So this is the sort of entrance to the different districts. So this one, green, would be the entertainment district. And actually, Xeno has actually gone ahead and made these map arts. And basically, they're maps, but they say like Games District and a XenoCraft one, which is not really a one that you will notice, but us in the Discord chat will notice this one because this is the logo that we use for the Discord chat. Yeah, so down here, this is the Entertainment District. All four corners actually look like this, and then there's the center portal with each district marked out. So there's the Games, the Market District, the Industrial District, or the Industry District, and then the Housing District, or the Residential. So yeah, those are the little areas in the area around the area. And then if you come on down further into where the tunnel was previously, where all the different portals were, you can see it's all been changed. So it's all this netherrack thing now, and it's a tunnel that goes all the way around. And yeah, it looks like somebody's worked on this a little bit. So there's some houses over there and such, and then players can just kind of build their portal in here. But for today's episode, we're going to go take a look over at the Guardian Farm, because believe it or not, the GPV's Guardian Farm has gotten a lot of progress done on it, and that's pretty much what I've been working on while I haven't been making episodes. I've been basically working on this place. Pretty much, it's super close to completion. The only thing I really got to do is put a glass layer down. But I built this nice little tunnel. Okay. Before we get into the actual Guardian Farm, I'll just mention that this tunnel looks exactly like what the Guardian Farm looks like. It's got this prismarine and orange. Those are the two colors I used. And I have yet to fix this portal up. So we're going to hop in here, and we're going to pop into a storage room. And this storage room is where it houses all of our items. There we are. So over here, we got the surface ladder and the exterior. So we're going to go check out the exterior in a little bit. But this here is the storage room, and it houses every item we collect, except fish. Because fish are so plentiful, I don't actually store any of them. So I mean, I technically could. I've got these 6 slots here, which have nothing in them. But yeah, I could store fish in there if I wanted to, but I have to cook it up, and it's not really something I'm willing to do. So I just kind of burn it. But over here, this is the prismarine. So as you can tell, it's filling up. I haven't been here in a while. So this is basically all the items we've gotten while working on the exterior of this place. And I've been building so much prismarine, it's ridiculous. I probably would have had this whole thing full by this point. And then prismarine crystals, this stuff, there really needs to be a second use for it, not just in sea lanterns, because I'm filling this thing up, like this thing's filling up, and I'm not doing anything with it. Like, I'm using the prismarine shards here to build the prismarine blocks, but I'm only using the sea lanterns, like, really scarcely. So I really hope that they add a new recipe for prismarine crystals eventually. But yeah, so, and I also store squid ink sacs because squids can spawn, and as you can tell, we've gotten a little bit. But this is not enough to suffice for what we need in the future. So we're probably going to build a squid farm. So I'm just going to quickly break through this wall here, because this is the dispenser area. Oops, I broke in the wrong spot. Apologies. There we go. Okay, so this is the dispenser area. I'll show you guys how this whole farm works, but essentially the fish get plopped down into this lava, and then they burn. And then there's, you know, then item storage silo things. We're going to go quickly check this out now. So this is the redstone and mechanics door. So back here, a lot of redstone and mechanics. I don't believe I've ever shown this kind of redstone. For those wondering how to build this farm eventually, there is a link in the description of a tutorial that I actually made a little while ago, basically detailing how to build this farm and build sort of my version of it. So yeah, feel free to check that out in the description. So basically, let's just go over here and show you how the items get transported around. Okay, so the items get plopped into a packed ice water stream, and then they flow into here. And then they kind of just flow along here, like so, blah, blah, blah. And then they come over to these hoppers. So the water stream is going over top of these hoppers, and it's 8 blocks wide, which is the length of the water stream. And it'll only pick up the prismarine crystals because it's an item filter. If I were to break this glass, I could show you. Yeah, there we go. So you see it's 64 prismarine shards, and that is because I only want prismarine shards going through. The rest is just a polished granite, which will most likely never go through the system. I could name it in theory, and then it will never go through the system, but I'm kind of lazy, so... Yeah, each slot here has prismarine shards in it, as well as some granite. And then it goes around this corner, and then any ink sacs, squid ink sacs, go into these two right here. These ones are all just polished granite, and they don't actually have any sort of filter item. And I could put fish in there, in theory, but I don't have that. And then coming over to here, these are the prismarine crystals. And you'll notice that the prismarine crystals... they are, like right there, you can see them, and then they kind of just disappear. And that's because they go into the hopper. Now, the hopper also is at 48 items, or 42 items, I believe, just so that the comparator in the back here will only activate 3. And when it activates 3, it essentially, what does it do here? Actually, I forget. A redstone torch. Okay, yeah, so then it lets the items into the filter properly. So that's kind of the basic gist of this thing, and all the fish that doesn't get put into any place kind of just falls off into the edge and into the lava, because, you know, we don't like fish. It's just so plentiful, I don't need that much. So essentially what I did is, in episode 2, the Guardian episode 2, I kind of showcased what the farm would look like, and then I'd say I'd do a progress update. And yeah, so this is basically the progress update, and, well, basically completed progress update. And so I'm going to turn around here, and you're going to see just how enormous this farm is. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Look at that. All of this space was cleared out from the water, and I have yet to... Well, actually, look at the Guardian spawn rates, too. I'm the only one online at the moment, and I lit up a lot of the caves yesterday, so the rates should be really, really high at the moment, since it's kind of like an ocean, and, well, there's no mobs spawning because I lit everything up. Yeah, so that's that. This beacon, I should mention, is not going to stay here. It's going to get moved eventually, but for the time being, it will stay. And yeah, so this is pretty much the design. It's all done with brown stained concrete, or sorry, brown stained clay in the corners here, and then up top we've got some more. So let's go check that out. So this top here, the way the Guardians spawn is they shouldn't have access to light. They don't. Okay, and as you can see, there is no blocks above this thing, right? Well, if I look up now, ooh, look at that. This is sort of a platform up above to stop Guardians from, or to make sure Guardians spawn, because if they have any contact with direct sunlight, they will not spawn. So that is what we're doing here. We've got this enormous platform, I guess you could say, at the top here, which is sort of blocking the light, and the Guardians kind of spawn and then just fall to their death. So that is essentially what this whole Guardian farm is. I'm quite proud of it. I quite like how it turned out. I think it's been quite some time in the making, and I think it's quite an interesting build. So yeah. I don't have an elytra on me at the moment, and so we're just going to kind of fall to the ground here. And also, yeah, there is a bunch of slimes spawning in the area, because this, I guess, is a slime chunk, and it's below the level, whatever, 42 or whatever they spawn at. So what we're going to need to do is actually create some iron golems to put in the area, and then just kind of walk around and kill the slimes for us, because, well, they're kind of slowing the mob cap at the moment. So we kind of need to get rid of them. Okay, guys, so for the final little bit of this episode here, just to kind of wrap things up, we did a nice little tour there, but we need to do something a little more entertaining here. So what we're going to do is, along with modding, one of the guys on the server, we are going to fight the Ender Dragon, because in 1.12 of the update of 1.12 in the server, we're going to be basically removing the fact that Ender Dragons drop elytras. So we kind of want to, I guess you could say, take advantage of this opportunity to remove, or to get as much of the elytras as possible before we do that. So I brought with me 36 end crystals, and we're going to do the little glitch where you can do respawn 2 at a time. So I'm going to let modding just get rid of this, and we're going to basically respawn the Ender Dragon here. I brought a bunch of equipment with me, and hopefully it goes well. So basically we're going to kill the dragon, well, 36 times divided by 2. So that would be 28. No, 18 times. We're going to kill the dragon 18 times, get 18 elytras. So yeah. Okay, guys, so we're up here fighting the Ender Dragon, and I just thought of something interesting. I watched on the XenoCraft series, a Cub fan in Season 4 went ahead and tried to steal a crystal. So I'm going to try and attempt the same sort of feat here. Oh my goodness, fail boating is having some troubles down there. So yeah, fail boating and modding, we're both here. We're trying to get some dragon, or elytras, and I'm going to try this. Okay. Let's do this. So basically the way it works is we're going to grab a piston. We'll see him place those down. And then as soon as this explodes, we are going to jump in and try to steal it. Ah, shoot. Okay, we got to go a little further than next time. So we're definitely not going to make it this time. Okay, here we go. We're going to try a second time here. We just defeated the first dragon. And let's do this. So our objective is to... Okay, as soon as this crystal spawns, we're going. And I'm a noob. I'm such a noob. Okay, we're back. So basically this time I'm going to try to basically encapsulate myself inside a box above, and then I'm going to fall in on top of it. So let's get ready here. We'll see. Let's hope this works. Perfect. Okay, let's get this thing moving. We'll do another one here. Again. Like this. Another one. Like so. I don't know. Did it work? We'll see. Let's see. Try breaking it. No, it worked. Yes, it worked. Perfect. Because look at it. It's not... Or, you know what? Let's test it. Yeah, it worked. 100%. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so modding just left. We finished the dragon fight, and I didn't know this, but the crystal actually had healing properties, and it was healing the dragon while it was still flying around. So our objective now is to basically move this crystal all the way back home. I'm thinking of donating it to the whatever you want to call it, the spawn building. I'm thinking, or maybe we can even do something with it. In our own base here. So let's press F3B here to grab this, and so this has indestructible properties. So essentially, it will never blow up, which is pretty awesome. Even if we were to punch it, you notice normally you can't punch a crystal like this, but this one is different because it has, well, like I said, the indestructible properties. So we are going to move this bad boy all the way over to the portal, and then I will come back as soon as I do that. Well, guys, as we come to the end of the episode here, I just wanted to show you guys what I finished up here. So this is on top of the spawn build here, and I put the end crystal right inside there. It's encased in a piece of, what do you want to call it? Iron bars. And so basically, I removed all of the light that was previously inside there so that the crystal is black. Normally, it would be white, and then depending on the amount of light that's in there, it would change colors, sort of like, it would turn sort of a yellow, and then a black and a white. So I just decided to go with the black. Of course, if there's anyone on the server who wants to change the color of this thing, be my guest. You could probably hook up some kind of redstone clock to change the color of it depending on the day or night. So yeah, you just basically put like a clock, what do I call it? Those daylight sensors inside there, and then just a redstone lamp, and that'll make it yellow. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I know I haven't kind of uploaded in quite some time, but I've been working. I've still been playing. It's not like I'm taking a break or anything. I've still been working. So if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, and I want to know what you guys think of this end crystal. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I quite like it, actually. I think it's kind of interesting just to see this end crystal sitting up top there. But I want to hear your opinion. Do you guys like it or not? And yeah, so as always, I will end off the episode right here. I guess we'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good day, everyone. Goodbye.